Hello. All right, we back in it. Oh, how that change colors? That's supposed to be money green. One second. All right, now we in it. Hello everybody. Hello everybody that is out there. Go live. No music today. Um, gonna get straight. Hey, got the alert that Hollywood accounting is happening now. So, as we all know, CPA Con, let me see. CPA Con was last week. I'm gonna post put a post out today about like some of the numbers and stuff. Let me go back to get more in the light. I'm gonna put a post out today about some of the numbers and everything. But it was, successful event if I say so myself. And there's a lot of people on, who came to the event. Appreciate every single person that came to the event. It's the first year, first of its kind, and I think we're on to something here. Uh, it was it was 12 hours. It was straight, and I was the moderator, the host, the game master, all that good stuff. And yeah, I just went straight through. So, and it was a reason for that. In the future, we're gonna make some changes, and hopefully again make it multiple days and stuff. But we really want to get the essence of what CPA Con is and will be. And then when you think about excuse me, when you think about the games, I know a lot of people, saw the games and stuff. We only played 4 games. I have more than 10 of them created as far as like, what we could do, and there's gonna be more than that as well in the future as we move on. So yeah, it was good. It was a time. We had nice panel discussions. I wanted to make that a little bit more interactive, but it is what it is. And we had games. The games were very, very successful. They were fun. It has people going back and forth. It was great to see like professionals, who are in their career, both from, just starting out to over 30 plus years doing this, all coming together to play games and stuff. I was looking at the numbers, the data behind the event. I was like, wow, this is actually a very wide reaching event. I think, again, 50, it was a 50-50 split between male and female. If you're just using the binary genders. And then we had, sorry, I had somebody hit me up. We also had a pretty good distribution between the types of folks that showed up versus students and professionals. So it was really good. I'm gonna put a post out that says everything, and we're gonna create a new updated media deck, and we got a nice little video as well. But yeah, it was just good. So I just wanted to take that time to reflect on Hollywood accounting. Oh, sorry, Hollywood accounting. We're here at Hollywood accounting. I'm gonna reflect on CPA Con on Hollywood accounting. Okay, so next up is, let me look for, I'm about to share my screen because we're going to play our games. All right, boom. I'll do that. Where's the games? Not that one. Okay, I'm going to start with Tango. Share my screen. Where's the screen button? You see the beard? All right, entire screen. All right. Okay. Tango. Again, why are we playing games? Here we are. It's right here. Games on LinkedIn. Yep, that's right. Every year we study the world's best workplaces. Turns out one of the best ways to deepen and reignite relationships at work is simply by having fun together. So we're excited to roll out a series of thinking-oriented games that allow you to do just that. Compete with your connections, spark conversations, and break the ice. Games forge relationships, and relationships are at the heart of everything we do. Game on, Team LinkedIn. So if LinkedIn sees that, again, that's what we're doing at CPACon is, again, creating an avenue for people to deepen and reignite relationships. So, when you're thinking about how, what are one of the answers and solves to help this whole accounting pipeline, both retention and recruiting, in my opinion, is through having some games and some CPA cons for that. But that's why we're doing this. I'm at a 43-day streak. Let's see if we can keep it going. I get very focused when I'm playing these games. Boom. Got it. 49 seconds. I just did one recently. It was like 27. Yeah, 27 is my best scoring game. And this win is 98%. It just means I missed one. So it's not that I lost. It's just I didn't actually play one of them. All right, so that's that. Now let's play Queens. All right, let me get you. Oops. That's the wrong one. Not you, not you. Not you. Not you either. 1, 2, 1, 2. Stop doing it, bruh. Two, bada bing, bump, bump. No, shoot. Do. Do. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Boop. All right, could have been better, but we here now. All right, so those are the LinkedIn games we're going to play for today. All right, one thing that this allowed me to do is like hide. Oh, here you go. They changed it up. Wait, how do I get that back now? Sorry. Hold on. This is me learning. Why is it? Wait, where did it go? How do you unhide, bro? All right. Well, that sucks. All right. Next thing we're gonna talk about. There's been some things. I know we missed our Hollywood accounting last week because of CPA Con. But what should I want to talk about? Um, shoot. One second. I'm pulling up the link, all the news outlets. Going to look at it now. So this is more recently. If you don't know what Boardroom is a great place to kind of get good news as it relates to like entertainment, sports, business is a really great, mesh. Kind of what I, envision, Hollywood accounting and, even capital culture is. And so this was done, that particular news media sites like by Kevin Durant and Rich Kleiman. But they reported that Netflix sees $900 million production hub at a former army base on the Jersey Shore has cleared its first hurdle. As you see, as we go on more and more, you'll see a lot more production companies that are, that usually in the past they've rented from other people. They rented stages or they built out. I know we talked about 50 Cent creating his own. I think I heard somewhere that Cat Williams was also creating a production. Let me see. Let's split the production company and see if that's true. Yeah, so November 29th, purchase a former military base to launch a studio. Everybody buying military bases to buy studios. But so with that being, again, Netflix is buying up more space. Tyler Perry obviously, was in the news a few years ago for doing it. Almost made me want to move down into Atlanta, to be a part of that movement. But and I chose to stay here out in LA. And then, 50 Cent just created it in Shreveport. Cat Williams is now about to do something, and it looks like Alabama. And so, it's more and more that people are taking the risk and the understanding that this production is where it's at. It's the entertainment piece of it. Although the biggest things that we have in this world right now that is making the most money is surrounding entertainment and production. And with, when you are a brand in itself, Cat Williams, particularly, it was almost pretty masterful, of how it was done. And I just hope that it continues to be like capitalized on. But, he basically single-handedly was a big reason why Shannon Sharp's podcast is as big as it is right now, right? In addition to that, Shannon Sharp, is doing really good, as far as doing his podcast and pushing that forward. And obviously, I wouldn't be surprised, the further and further he goes into, doing more production. He might get his own production studio and everything like that, and go into more than just talk show. Actually, that's another thing we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about Kai Cenat's Mafia-thon, since that just concluded. But Cat Williams, buying the production company, it's a part of what, when I look at a entertainer, creator, or anybody in that, world, or even an athlete again, we can look at athletes, you have, your initial kind of claim to fame, right? Your initial way that you generate income. So if you're an athlete, that's you being, playing your sport. And then outside of that, people look to, to hopefully make more money, because that particular line of revenue is not always going to last. When you're an athlete, you have that's a ticking time clock, right? And that's not necessarily 30, 40, 50 years, unless you're LeBron. But it's not usually 30, 40, 50 years, right? It's probably honestly around between 10 to 20 years. And if you go straight from doing, that this entire focus, it's like you want to be able to set up other paths and other avenues of success and in finances. And so, that's what I help clients with is, all right, here's your main claim to fame. Let's just go with an athlete, right? You're an athlete and you have a 10-year career. You're doing pretty good. You maybe not at the super top, but you're definitely not at the super bottom. And you have a good presence. You like video games, and so you also play video games as well on the side. My Where I come in is I'm coming in saying, all right, hey athlete, you love video games, you love playing, your sport, you love TV and movies. Let's see about how we can start creating those other lines of revenue so you get millions and millions of dollars that you're probably not going to spend all at once. If you are smart and if you don't necessarily need that. So let's peel this money into other investments, versus as actual investments and retirement plans, but then also businesses as well that can then generate you income and then also help, you know, 360 you essentially and keep you in the know. So that's like the process that I like helping creators and athletes and entertainers with, of like taking that initial brand and making it into a business. And we did that with RDC. Obviously, they already had their convention, and I helped them grow it. But then looking into opening up new lines of revenue via that. And now that takes me to Kai. He just did a 24-hour, 30-day stream for the whole month of November. And it was huge. It was like he really had a whole plan. He brought guests on, and it's just constant. He had content on content on time content, and that's all. Honestly, all of what people were, can be, we're talking about, and it's essentially I think they call it like a Big Brother, but in my mind, it's really just an interactive like talk show at the end of the day, right? That's streamed, and it's 24/7. In his case, and again, what that does is I don't know if people saw it, but I saw the product integrations. I think it was the DoorDash. I saw AT&T or T-Mobile has something in the background every now and again. The places were branded and things were done, and it was just a really great way of kind of mixing it into the background and not being so super duper advertising. But they were able to do what they needed to do, and I'm just interested. I would love to, have a sit down and talk with him and his team and everything. Like, all right, how are we doing? What's next? Are you going to be doing streams for the rest of your life? Are you going to be using these funds to transition that into different lines of business, different things that's going to make your money work for you? Um, and but again, it was a really great showing of what content can be and what it is going to be in the future. And that's why these production, the purchase of these studios is important, because it needs to evolve with the changing landscape, and it needs to be able to take advantage of these different types of uh, ways that people make content now. I know Mr. B. I saw a commercial for Mr. Beast's uh, his what is that? His new Amazon TV show. We talked about it earlier in the year, but it is already a huge game show type of situation. It looks pretty cool, pretty fun, and I think the deal was 100 million to make it and to have it. So it's huge, and that's again uh, where our source of entertainment, or where our view, in my opinion, is going from now on. So yeah, and for this again, we're gonna me and the team is workshopping how this all looks. What's this? Oh, that's where it's at. Ha 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 ha. Boom. All right. I couldn't find where that thing was at, and but now I do. So this is me was looking for the Cat Williams thing. Um, but I say hell that. Well, now I don't need it. Let's go back to it. All right, we go here. Um, yeah, the way that content is going to be consumed going forward, the it's going to be something that I don't think any of us have ever seen before, and we're still trying to figure it out. You got the production companies and streaming services fighting for live entertainment. Live entertainment is a big thing nowadays. With obviously the sports, it's always been huge, but I think also that's going to start leaning itself more towards the streams as well. Twitch has done great as far as being a home for a lot of that live streaming, but I know YouTube is hot on their tail, trying to get a piece of that market. And I wouldn't be surprised if streaming services also started trying to bring over creators or have streams. Again, not too different than what Netflix did by partnering um, with Jake Paul about with the whole boxing match. So I think it's pretty prevalent that this is something that's going to happen. And how are you as accountants or as financial folks preparing your respective clients to be able to take advantage of this in this world? And then if you're a creator or an entrepreneur in that space, how are you best taking advantage of it? And do you have the right people on your side to help you take advantage of it? So we can do a short. This is short. We'll end a little early today. But again, I appreciate everybody that came. Expect to see a recap of CPA Con come out later today. It's going to be um, on my LinkedIn. And yeah, we're gonna make it happen. So I appreciate y'all. Peace.